Right, guys, I'm here with Mr. Full-Time Devils himself, Adam McKola. Game's finished 2-2.
What's happening, bro?
Adam, give me your thoughts, man. Firstly, how's the summer, man? How's Australia?
Singapore? Australia was nuts. Singapore was nuts. It was all nuts, to be honest. Like, absolutely incredible. Like, the people we met out there were amazing. The football was enjoyable. The late nights were good. Like, everything was just pretty sick. I love Singapore, and Perth was amazing as
Ollie
well.
said in his sort of press conferences, each game was stepping stones, getting bigger and bigger. You're at the Perth game. I remember you said it was a brain-numbing experience. We were doing the watch-along for Full-Time Devils. It was hard. I ain't going to lie. Look, last final pre-season game before the opener against Chelsea. What are your thoughts on today's game?
It was really entertaining today.
It was good.
And it's probably the one that you don't want to be that opener. You don't want to be, because you want to think, yeah, we've got one eye on Chelsea. We're really looking focused. But it was really open today, and it was open, but it was fun and it was enjoyable. High energy, high press. We keep hearing that every single week, but the players still aren't doing it to the level that Ollie will be happy with, because sometimes one will go but the other don't go.
Yeah.
And when one goes, you just look like a dickhead, running around like you don't look sensible. So they've got to get things right, and sometimes pressing in twos, pressing in threes. In pre-season, when you're constantly changing the team, one week you got someone else there, one week you got someone else there, so you can't really work on those things. But overall, it's been good.
Towards the back end of last season, I struggled to know what our kind of style of play was, what it was. It seems as though from pre-season today, completely.
Legs had gone.
They've had a proper
heads had gone.
They had a proper pre-season now, though.
Yeah.
With under the kind of vision of Ollie, and it seems as though the players are buying into it, of the high press.
Well, you hear this talk about some of the foreign lads not being sure about, Ollie and his tactics and stuff, and I can see why a little bit, because maybe it's not, what you'd expect from international and European coaches. But I'm not that down on his tactics. Obviously, we'll see when we come into the bigger games and we come into different opposition and different styles of play. But last season in the big game, Spurs away, tactics were perfect. Arsenal away, tactics were perfect, both times against Arsenal away. There was a lot of games that season where the tactics, he got them spot on. It's how do we play against the lesser teams, the Cardiffs, the Huddersfield, and break them down.
I remember playing Wolves away in the FA Cup, and they just had that bank of 5 and a 4 in front of them.
You know what's good now? We've got Tahith Chong, Mason Greenwood, Gomez coming off the bench, Daniel James coming off the bench. These boys are all coming off the bench with no fear, absolute pace galore, and they've got technique and skill as well. Greenwood, Gomez, like they're absolute ballers. Yeah. So if they're coming off the bench with no fear, then I'm liking that. I'm liking that, being able to bring them off the bench, and it gives me confidence that we could have another breakthrough of like how Rashford broke through, and you just get a player that comes through, and he's now part of the first team. I hope Axel's that guy.
Yeah. I
hope Mason's that guy. I hope Gomez is that guy. I love all these youngsters that come in. It is an exciting time. I don't want to say come in here like, oh lads, I'm so excited. It's going to be I'm not excited for this season. I'm excited for this team.
For the team. And the kind of vision behind it, and growing season or 2 seasons.
Joe Pereira, bro. Joe Pereira, a lot of people talking about Dean Henderson now because of what Sheffield United. Joe Pereira, for me, is our next number 1.
Keeper.
And he's in this team already.
Yeah.
Axel Twanzebe has to be one of our main 4 centre
He looks quite matured, hasn't he, in this pre-season?
He's taking the ball, he's looking around. I hate John Terry, but I think working with John Terry's helped him. I think playing in the Championship has helped him. The Championship is nuts.
An easy league,
it's constant, like, you're coming up against different types of forwards, different types of teams that are attacking really quick, defending really, like, Axel came up against everything last season, and I think he's blossomed from that. And I think we'd be stupid to send him out on loan, because if Lindelof and Maguire are your first choice,
who's your second choice?
Bailly is about, but he's always injured. We're probably not going to have him until Christmas.
Yeah.
So let's count Bailly out. You may as well count him out for the whole season. So then who have you got? Axel is the 3rd best one.
Yeah.
He's better than Smalling. He's better than Jones. He's better than Rojo. I love Rojo.
Yeah.
But he's better than him.
Look, sticking with centre-backs, obviously there were news breaking about Harry Maguire going through. You got a smile on your face there. Look, are you even bothered about the fee? And secondly, is he going to come in and make a difference?
Not coming out of my pocket.
100%.
It's not staying in the Glazers' pocket.
More importantly.
So we need to be happy about that, and it's being used to strengthen the team.
Yeah.
And it's to strengthen the team in a position that we really badly need.
For quite some time.
We've needed for a long time. I believe Jose deserved the sack in the end.
Yeah.
But last summer, if you check the videos I did just before the season started, when the window was closing, I was saying the guy needs a centre-half. He needs a centre-half. Otherwise, we ain't going to do nothing this season.
Yeah.
And that happened, and I felt the same going into this season. But I'm beginning to feel the same about central defensive midfield.
Big area. Listen, Matic, good enough or not?
No.
Scotty McTominay, good enough to step in? Because that's all we've got available?
Scotty McTominay, I'm not so disappointed when I see him start.
Yeah.
He's proven me wrong a lot. He's improved a lot. But if Scott McTominay is starting every game for us, it's a problem.
Yeah.
I don't think he's that player that should be playing every week. I believe he's a player that could come in, play some games. He'll be great in some games, not so great in others. But I think we need a little bit more quality.
What about, obviously, look, Milinkovic-Savic has been linked strongly. Is he the man? Who would be the man for you,
bro?
Nah.
Mateo Kezman's been running around Europe trying to sell Sergei Milinkovic-Savic for months, and he hasn't been able to. All they've been doing is talking about Manchester United with it. If you look at it, it just stinks. That whole thing stinks.
Deal, yeah.
It's like Lazio could have got 100 mil last summer for him, and they were asking for 120s, 130, 140. And now they're trying to get 70 mil for him, and no one's coming. No one's coming. I imagine if we sold Pogba, then maybe we start thinking, you know, you get two in.
Do we run a bit of a risk with Paul Pogba, obviously not being here today because of back spasms or whatever they're saying, injury? Look, transfer window closes on Thursday, 5:30. But you think he's staying?
I could look very stupid right now.
But you're confident enough to say?
I think if Pogba was going, you know how people have tried to spin this as him not wanting to play, and if this was the case, why now?
Yeah, right at the end. Yeah.
Why would you wait?
You look happy enough in pre-season.
Why would you wait for 5 days of left of the trip? Like, you would have done that ages ago. You wouldn't have turned up to Perth. Yeah. You wouldn't have turned up to Manchester Airport when they left.
To go.
So I don't believe that's the case now. I believe he'll stay. Maybe he's fucked off to go film something with Dybala or something.
Yeah, who knows? Listen, Adam, just before we wrap up, look, Chelsea next week, season opener. How confident are you? You ready to go? We're ready to go.
3-0 and we're winning the league.
There you go. You heard it first. Listen, just a big shout out to Duck and Cover Clothing, who are part of the vlog today as well with Full-Time Devils. We've got a guys. We've got a guys. My man. Adam, cool man. Cool. Nice one. Thanks for checking out the latest fan cam. Don't forget to subscribe.